Right, Adrija. In fact, as you draw things into perspective about that, this clearly shows there was a major security lapse as well, given what we're looking at ground zero and how you're showing us. But stay with me because we want to tell our viewers more about what has happened so far as the shocking incident is concerned. Let's tell you, a midnight protest by the doctors in Kolkata clearly turned into a nightmare, like the way my colleague was putting things into context. In fact, like Adrija said, the mob pelted stones at vehicles, a bike was set on fire. The scale of vandalism and destruction of public property is pretty evident from the horrific visuals that our colleagues got us from ground zero. Now, after the protests turned violent, the cops fired tear gas shells and lathi charged the protesters to bring the situation under control. Even the riot control police was out on the street to control the volatile situation. Remember, the Reclaim the Night protest was organized by the doctors in Kolkata to seek justice for the brutal rape and murder of a young PGT doctor. Several doctors from various parts of the city had joined the protest. First, listen into this reaction, and then I'll take that point across to my colleague Adrija.
DCP North Division, who was protecting these boys, he is unconscious. You must know this. And what has happened here is because of the media, the wrong media campaign, which has been malicious media campaign, which is going as far as Calcutta Police is concerned. What has Calcutta Police not done? In this case, they have done everything, and I'll do it. I'm saying it under everything under my command. My men have worked day and night to detect this case, to collect evidences. They've collected the best of evidences. The main accused has been arrested. We have tried to satisfy the family. The rumors are being floated that some Mahapatro being connected with some political Mahapatro. He's an intern whose parents, we verified this. He comes from a very small place. His father is a primary school teacher. Doesn't have any kind of a background, political background. People are spreading these kind of rumors.
Adrija, coming back to you as far as this is concerned, we heard that particular reaction. Look, there are two aspects of this. One with the fact that he says there's fear-mongering, the aspect about how that campaign, which of course essentially was to reclaim the night in terms of the protest by the doctors. But he's talking about how there was fear-mongering about, rumors being spread. But very interestingly, if you happen to look at it, with the autopsy details that you were also drawing things into perspective, where it is suggestive of a gang rape. There are no details about that. We haven't seen reactions coming in officially as far as what action in the probe that has been taken. But very quick to be, drawing perspective about these rumors. Considering the fact that what we've looked at, there are several angles in which every particular question will be raised now, whether it's ground zero, whether it's the investigation, why what has to be addressed first hasn't been addressed the way that it should have perhaps, then it wouldn't have led to this particular situation that we're seeing on the ground.
Well, yes, you see, there were several, lapses from what we can say initially. But first of all, police has been conducting the incident. Initially, they had arrested one person who they are claiming to be the prime accused in this manner. Although others, the students especially, want to believe that it is not the case, and this is not the work of only one person. There were several other people present here. Even the doctors, the forensic doctors that we have spoken to have, given a similar statement that there was a particular amount of semen found in her body, which proves that it is not a work of only one person. There were several persons who have actually gone ahead and have committed this horrific crime. So these are the things that is there, and at the same time also the Calcutta High Court coming down so heavily on the state administration as well as the Kolkata police especially, and questioning their role into this entire investigation, because first of all they question.
Right, Adrija, although you're getting us those details, I have to interject you there, but we'll continue to come back to you to keep us ahead as far as this is concerned. But let's also tell you, with the fact that we're showing you these visuals on your screens, this is of the vandalism that has taken place. You can look at what is happening over here. In fact, on ground zero, like Adrija is stating, although this has happened last night, it still continues to remain tense. But what really transpired? What was the aftermath of that? Both my colleagues, Pooja Mehta and Adrija Saha as well, bring us those reports. Take a look.
While the city was witnessing silent protest and protest marches across the city against the brutal rape and murder of a doctor of R.G. Kar Medical College and Hospital, an irate mob entered the R.G. Kar Hospital, and you can see behind me they've left behind a trail of destruction. These are the barricades that were put up right outside the main gate of the R.G. Kar Medical College and Hospital. This irate mob entered into the hospital and they attacked the protesting doctors here. You can see this is the stage and the dais where the doctors have been protesting past several days. Junior doctors, resident doctors, interns, nursing staff, they have been all protesting against the brutal rape and murder of their colleague. And this irate mob which entered here, they ran amok inside the hospital. They broke down and vandalized this entire stage, this entire bamboo scaffolding and the chairs. Later on, they came prepared and there were some pre-planned, this is what the security guard is saying, that they came prepared. Mob entered the emergency building. First of all, they pulled down this entire board that was up and they ransacked the entire emergency department. All of the beds, all of the lights, fans, nothing was spared. And you can see how they vandalized all the glass panes. You can see there's glass, and you can see how these glasses have been completely shattered, broken. And you can see how these glasses have been completely shattered, broken. They have, in fact, damaged. The department were, in fact, vandalized by this particular mob. You can see they vandalized all of these and they entered into this male ward. And you can see they have overturned the beds. They haven't spared even the beds which are used by the patients, all of the equipments that are used by the patients. And you can see there's no light at this point in time. It's completely dark here because they have vandalized the lights and the fans. Nothing is spared. As we enter this emergency department, which was not functioning past few days because of the strike which was called by the resident doctors and all the other staff of R.G. Kar Medical College who had joined, but slowly and steadily they were functioning and they were to get back to service. And that is when you can see they have overturned this particular fridge as well. They have overturned this table. All of the medicines and the ampules and syringes or whatever is required for the patients is stored here is completely ransacked, vandalized, damaged. This is the nursing station of the emergency department. You can tell the extent of damage that this particular mob has left behind. All that is left here is just a trail of destruction. And you can see everywhere this particular mob went amok. They ransacked everything and anything that they had access to. Thereafter, they tried to enter the departments, but for the longest period of time, police was trying to prevent them from entering. But the biggest question is that when a heinous crime like this happens, when an on-duty doctor was raped and murdered, what was the police doing?